What if Oregon actually beat Washington? This is your CFB What If series where I take a result from this last year and I flip it and then I predict the season for that team and how the college football landscape would have looked. And at the end here, I'm going to have you guys answer a question for me: who gets into the playoffs? So back to it. What if Oregon beat Washington? I think we all remember that game, and that game could have went anyway. So let's see how the rest of Oregon season would have went. So for the facts, they would have started out 6-0, and I think they would have repeated the season they just had. They would have won out and went 12-0 in the season. But then to keep things a little spicy, I say they didn't lose to Washington in the rematch in the Pac-12 championship game. So then let's look to see who would get into the playoffs. So obviously 13-0 Michigan would have gotten in. Let's hold off on FSU for right now. So I think Washington would have got in over Texas and Bama, as Oregon every week was higher rated than Texas and Alabama when they all had one loss. So I think that energy stays the same for Washington. Now hear me out. I think in this case they do put FSU in. There's a big difference from jumping from 3-5 to 2-5. So even though they might not deserve to be in, I think they should be in and would have been in. So then we got Texas and Bama. And at this point, pick your poison. Do you want to put the SEC team in and say that they just weren't the same team when they played Texas? Or do you want to respect head-to-heads? And then obviously these two would be out because they didn't win their conference.